Alan! Alan! Alan!
Dick, am I done being your personal butler yet? Haven't I made up for my mistake?
Alan, I'm upset that you would even ask me that. You know, I'm not the only one benefiting from this relationship. Sure, you have to take my clothes to the dry cleaners, and you have to pretend that those are your sex/blood stains. Which can be awkward because you and your wife use the same dry cleaners, I know. And yeah, I made you rob that liquor store once. I mean, in return, you are getting valuable life lessons. You know, this is a symbiotic relationship.
Yesterday, the only advice you gave me was to get a new shirt, you swollen red scrotum.
What can I say? I was tired. And that was a fucking terrible shirt. Fine, you want some advice? You have a daughter, don't you?
You've met my family dozens of times.
Whatever. Have you set up a taken fund for her? Hey, wipe the smirk off your face. Yeah, I had a bad week last week. So what? Listen, when I fall off the horse, I don't just give up and die like Christopher Reeve. I blame the horse, send that motherfucker to a glue factory, and then move on. So let's get into this week's picks. To start off the week, I'm taking Tennessee to cover -3 at home against Florida. The Vols looked really good last week against Georgia, and Will Muschamp's affinity for blowing it is on the same level as the strippers I pay for private dances. For my second pick, I'm taking East Carolina to cover the 41-point spread at home against SMU. The Mustangs have scored exactly 1 touchdown so far this season. 1. That's less than the number of hookers SMU football alum Craig James allegedly murdered, which is 3.
What's a taken fund?
Listen, Alan, we live in a fucked up world. You know, kids, they get kidnapped all the time, just like in that movie Taken. And the sick motherfuckers, they sell the kids to fuckhouses in Thailand or Albania or wherever. And the next thing you know, your daughter's face ends up on a milk carton over here in the States. And meanwhile, in some dog shit third world country, a fat, hairy Persian is milking himself on your daughter's face.
Jeez.
It's still pronounced jizz, Alan. But what I'm saying is you need money saved in case you ever have to ransom your daughter back. Hence the Taken Fund.
But in the movie Taken, doesn't the dad from that awesome Star Wars movie go in there and beat everyone up and get his daughter back?
Yeah, Alan, he does. And if it were my daughter, I would be butt-fucking every single one of those kidnappers with a rusty machete until I got my daughter back. But you? Alan, come on, man. I watched you hide in your car from a bee for 3 hours. I mean, if you showed up out without a bag of cash, they'd cut off your balls, shove them down your throat, and then feed you to their white tigers. Look, you start saving up money now, and then if your daughter doesn't get kidnapped and sold into sex slavery, you use it as a college fund.
We already have a college fund set up.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? It's a Taken Fund.
She is going on a mission trip to Mexico next month.
Ah, fuck, Alan! Do you want her to be a whore against her will? You might as well let her go to public high school in Florida while you're at it! For my lead pipe lock of the week, I'm taking Notre Dame to cover +2 at home against Stanford. Stanford's offense is about as inept as the driving skills of most of the school's graduates. Asian women! And Notre Dame should be returning 5 players who were suspended for getting caught not giving a shit about school.
Hey, Alan.
Peter!
Hey, Perry, you fucking open herpes sore? What are you guys talking about, huh?
Damn it, I thought you killed yourself.
No, Perry. I went to Africa for a week to reflect.
Gay.
To reflect on what you did to me and my beautiful, precious bike. You killed it, Perry. You killed it and it's fucking dead. It died a slow, painful death.
It's not really alive. It's like Alan. It doesn't have a soul.
And so I decided, when I was reflecting in Africa, that you too deserve to die a slow, painful death. So you know what I did? I went to a hospital in Liberia, and I tongue-fucked the shit out of every single nurse there. Huh? And you know what happened?
You got lockjaw.
No, better. I started bleeding out of my ass. I started bleeding out of my ass! And my eyes!
Oh, what?
I've been playing when I came once. I'm getting Ebola, motherfucker!
Oh,
I'm
fucking
gonna
A.
give it to you, and I'm gonna give it to Alan! You're gonna die a slow and painful death, just like my fucking mountain bike, huh? So you know what? Since I've got a fever of 105 and I'm feeling a little fucking unhinged, just come and get your dump of Ebola, come on!
You think this is the first time I've been trapped in a room with a crazy diseased blonde? Come and get me